I got nothing but respect for Paul George. To come back from an injury the way he did was simply amazing. It'll be a real honor to take the court against him tonight and show him what I can do. But forget PG-13. This game's gonna be rated F for freak. May the best man win.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Take a look at the Pistons. They like their chances, but this could be a tough game for them. Facing up against a talented roster, they'll have to show that they're the better team.
And this should be fun, guys. They see this team a lot, 4 times during the regular season. And so far, they've split the first 2, so they seem pretty evenly matched. A chance to build some confidence with the win tonight.
Yeah, I think they're really highly motivated in this one. I mean, it becomes a pretty good chess match at this point. As you mentioned, both teams evenly matched. You've seen each other a few times. You know each other's tendencies. And the coaches really can factor in games and situations like this.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. The big men, Tolliver and Drummond. And it's Harris in at the small forward. And it's Drummond missing. Now here is Hill. Pick up by Hill. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got the first points of the night for the Pacers.
Good way to start the game there. I mean, that's a nice inside bucket.
You're right, Clark. That's exactly what you would want, to establish that presence down low early in the game.
Now here's Jackson. He had 13 points in the win against Minnesota.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
And a fast break now for the Pacers. George with the bucket.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Now let's the pass to Hill. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Drummond. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
And George kicks to Allen. Pick up by Hill. Allen right side. Ellis outside. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. Hill, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
And he gets it to go.
And with that height advantage right there, he had a good, clear look at the basket.
Screen by Ellis. George double teamed. 11 feet away, and it's sent back by Drummond. They push it up 4 on 3. Passes it to Jackson. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance. Turner comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Then for the Pistons, Marcus Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Freak subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Hill drives in. So they take the lead. Hill's got 5.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
opportunity here to bring up a list of players that have been carrying their teams offensively for the last 10 games. The highest scoring small forwards in the league. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Well, I would go beyond pretty good, Craig. I mean, they are special players at the offensive end. Impossible to defend in any kind of conventional way. I mean, you've got to be creative to try to slow these guys down.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Here's Brady. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now here's Turner. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The 10-footer. Stuckey with another miss.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Pacers trail by 3. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Pick up by Hill. With the teardrop, and there's George. That's good on the assist by Stuckey. 7 points for Paul George.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Jackson drives in. Morris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year, eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
And looking at the Morris brothers' careers through last season, the one area they haven't been joined at the hip in is in performance. Markeith has shown steady improvement over his first 4 years. Marcus Morris has had a very up and down start to his career.
And you know, Kevin, Marcus has talent. He has versatility. He just hasn't found his role. It's time for him to step out of his brother's shadow and really establish who he is as a player.
Here's Freak following the score by Indiana. Inside, here's Baines. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It's good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Turner with a screen on Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Pistons lead by 5. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Turner with a screen on Jackson. There's the screen. Hill dishes to Turner. 5 to shoot. Turner with a screen for Hill. And Baines pulls it down.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Detroit making a switch here. Meeks is checked in. It's Hill on the wing. He's covered by Brady. Clock at 6. Here's Turner. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against Milwaukee.
Really an exciting game for him and really an exciting win. So the kind of thing that could maybe propel you to bigger and better things.
Well, Greg, you know that feeling. You go out and beat a tough opponent in dramatic fashion. I mean, that's the kind of win that elevates you and sticks with you for a while.
Pacers trail by 7. Now Miles looking for his first basket still in this one. Stuckey into the lane. The feed to Mahinmi. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, a moment now to see the numbers for Morris. how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Rahimi hits them both. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against Minnesota.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got. Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Here's Baines. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated three-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
Now for Jody Meeks, we were just talking about with Greg last year, Clark. He did have a game where he rained 9 3-pointers on Orlando, just 1 short of the Pistons' all-time record.
Well, it's all about rhythm for him. I'll tell you where he finally found some rhythm last month of the season. I mean, he shot 57% from the field and 44% from behind the arc.
That is good. Stuckey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Brady passes to Morris. Johnson kicks to Meeks. Back to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Here's Brady. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Miles dishes to Hill. Unloads from 13. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pistons lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and, you know, still to this day. That's just the competitiveness that I believe my oldest brother built into me when I was little.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. The league now for this very talented guard.
And, you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Hill is out there with Allen, and it's Ellis at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And that one's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Freak after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Meeks with it. Back to Drummond. And it's sent back by Hill. And here is Ellis. Stuckey outside. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul for the Pistons. Detroit's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves just played phenomenal. He dropped 14 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
You know, let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
He hits the second from the line. Indiana trailing here.
And Detroit with a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
While we have a quick chance here, let's now take a look at some point guards who have been dead on target from the floor over the course of the past 10 games. We'll take a look at Hill. You know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, you know they're not going to do that, though. I mean, even as deadly as they are from the field, they're always looking to set up their teammates first.
Here's Ellis following the basket by Freak. And the shot is good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pacers?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
Now Hill following the three-point attempt by Freak. To the middle. Here's Mahimi. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's see how Indiana stacked up. Second in steals. They were 6th in field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl. And I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Brady. Freak's got 5 points now this quarter. Indiana's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Back to Ellis. Here's the screen. Ellis draws the double. Turner. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Taking a look at Detroit, the season well underway, and they've been solid in 3rd right now. And, of course, the Pacers, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for the Pistons, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Both free throws good from Turner.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
And it's Freak missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Ellis outside. Dishes it to Miles. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got his 5th assist in this one. Pistons trailed by 3.
2 minutes.
1:56 left to play here in the half. on the wing, Johnson. He has 6. 6 to shoot. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And he uses the glass on the layup. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Here is Miles. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Ellis, that's good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
Hill kicks to Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Out to the right wing. Here is Miles. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Misses the 3.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Shots good by Baines.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Ellis outside. Outside for Miles. Outside Hill. For the 3. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pistons ahead. They lead by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
All right, Kevin, here with Coach Frank Vogel. And, Coach, things were going your way early in this ball game, but you let them climb back in it. What broke down?
Well, we started the game exhibiting championship-level passing, which is what we're preaching. We got a lot of good looks, got an early lead. We didn't pay attention to their strength. That's how they got back in the game.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. Obviously, we've shot the lights out, and that's not been by accident. You guys have done a heck of a job finding good looks every time down. Keep working hard to get those high percentage shots. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And now, let's hear it. We go. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Monte Ellis has been sensational.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Some changes for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Monte Ellis. And then for Detroit, Marcus Morris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Freak subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. On the floor for Detroit, Brady in at shooting guard. Tobias Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Jackson in at the point. Turner, that falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists here tonight.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys. And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point over. Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's 13 points for Freak.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Really left alone that time. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists, partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role. And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Jackson kicks to Harris, to the paint. That's in, and the Pacer lead is kept back down to 13 points, and that one coming from Morris.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
Mahimi's shot is good.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Harris outside. Down low, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Turner. 6 points for him. Stuckey drives inside. Shot's good. Stuckey's got 8.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
That's tipped. Now here's Jackson. He's got 12. Pistons passing it around. Brady. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 16 points for Freak.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And now, let's hear it for your Pace. Doris Burke has some information for us, Doris.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. Indiana leading by 10. Outside Turner. Pass to Hill. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And let's run down for you the top 3-point shooting point guards in the league this season. Take a look at Hill. 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
No doubt about it. And being as accurate from three-point land as these guys are makes them that much more valuable as point guards. Opposing defenses have to worry about their passing and their shooting.
So it's Detroit now. The Pacers making the shot. Baines inside. Mahimi on him. Morris passes to Meeks. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brady. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Turner. 8 points for him. George dishes to Miles. And it's Hill. That time the assist from Miles. 12 points for Hill.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Morris right side. Johnson outside. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Hill. And it's Freak missing. Pacers leading by 12. And Hill has it in the corner. Offline with his three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Brady. And another three for Detroit. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. George up top. He's guarded by Meeks. And George kicks to Mahimi. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Brady. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pacers lead by 11. And we're coming right back. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Tobias Harris is checked in for Detroit. Freak comes in for Meeks. C.J. Miles is out there with Allen. Then it's Turner. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ellis at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Checking out the game Andre Drummond is having. He's got 12 rebounds, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside. George Hill's checked in for C.J. Miles. Ellis the pass to George. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage. And both free throws good for Paul George. You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his back. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year. Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting. And with Paul George going with the number 13 now, as you can see, helps with his nickname, PG-13. Yeah, that's a good nickname, a nice fit. Young Tracy, as he likes to go by on Twitter, he said himself that it was about embracing his stature and stardom in the league. Nice way to do it. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking. Jackson kicks to Drummond. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 24 points here for Drummond. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look. Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Now, here's George, and Allen slams it in. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander. One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field. Now George, the open shot Ellis. And it's Freak with the rebound. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those. The dish to Tolliver. Uncovered. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the middle.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Pacers lead by 10. Detroit's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Brady. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the bump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Hill. 32 points for Monte Ellis.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And the Pistons with possession here. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Outside, George. Allen, a screen on Jackson. Hill dishes to Ellis. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ellis has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here is Hill. There's the pass to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Ellis outside. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Hill with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And George, here we go. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Brady. The rebound by Paul George.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Paul George.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And George drops them both. "12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Meeks kicks to Freak. Can they get it? They get it again. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Monte Ellis. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
He was doing some serious battling with the bigs down low. He's not afraid to go hard to the rack wherever he had the chance. He doesn't care about their size. He's going in there, and he's going in there often. I think he caught him off guard with that aggressive behavior.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jets.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Ooh, it's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.
It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight, and I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon, but now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
The Pistons continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And back in Utah following the road trip, it's the Jazz on home turf. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
And I think it's an important game. They only faced this club twice this season, and you mentioned that loss in the first one. You hate to get swept in a season series.
Well, I agree with you. It's about pride and competition. You want to hold your own against every team you face. That's how you get respect in this league. You got to win games. You got to beat teams. You don't want them thinking they've got your number. Handle your business, and the respect will come.
And it's the Pistons to start out. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Wizards in Washington.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
dishes to Withy. Hayward outside. And that misses. That would have put him up. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Now, the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the past month. Take a look at their percentages from the field during that time. 5th on the list, Freak.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, and it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Here's Mack following the basket by Freak. Nato softly drops in the floater. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Jackson passes to Morris. Here's Baines, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
There's the pick. And Mack kicks to Withy. No one near him. And Baines pulls it down. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Feeds it to Tolliver. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 3. And Mack kicks to Booker. Nato, guarded by Jackson. Pocket 6 to the inside. Nato. Here's Withy. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Shots good by Baines. Baines has got his second basket.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Burks. Off target from three-point range. Pistons leading by 3. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And Morris throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
They set the pick. Mack dishes to Booker. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Tolliver with the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Detroit lead.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now, here's Burks. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Mack, good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Jazz Dancers.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Burks. He's putting up 13 points. 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Jackson. Now here's Freak. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Lets it go with a 3. Now the pass to Baines. And there's the 3-second violation. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Take a look at the Warriors, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, there's Utah. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And I think for the Jazz, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Detroit?
Well, I like the fact that...
Jazz trail by 5. On the floor for Detroit, Brady in at shooting guard. Marcus Morris is out there with Harris. Then there's Jackson, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward. Gobert, the screen. Hood kicks to Favors. Cannot hit. And it's Detroit the other way. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nuggets was superb. He had 18 points and added a couple of rebounds with that. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Well, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
And the rejection by Favors. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Burke. An 11-point game for him in the win against Washington. Pass to Hayward. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Brady. And a miss there on the triple. Utah has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Harris against Gobert. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. Pushing it up. Here's Caldwell Pope. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 6th assist on the night. Now here's Burke. Guarded by Jackson. Favors passes to Hood. And he gets it to go. Hood's got his 2nd basket of the game.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Burke.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. The past few weeks, you can see how Utah stacks up. 9th in free throw percentage, 10th in opponent offense, and they're in the top half of the league in fewest turnovers. When you can be in that company, you're giving yourself a chance to be a winning team.
Yeah, and getting back to their free throw percentage, you know, it might seem like a small thing, but sometimes it's those little things that can put a team over the top.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Pistons.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Utah with the ball, trailing by 5. And, guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
He feeds it to Freak. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Freak's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pistons.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Burke kicks to Hayward. But they'll get another chance. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And the Pistons making a change here. Baines is checked in.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
And Harris drops them both. Here's Burke. 11 points in the game. Favors with the screen. To the middle. Here's Hayward. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Hayward's got 15.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And here is Burke. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And Gobert kicks to Hayward. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
There's the dish to Burke. Gobert, the screen. Now Burke. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Gobert.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Freak. The feed to Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Harris setting the pick for Jackson. And stolen by Favors. Passes it to Burke. With some arc, and it's good on the way up. Burke's got 7 now in this quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Pass to Favors. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too. And the first half.
You guys had the lead after the first, but now find yourselves behind. What's the mindset of this team heading into the break?
I think we're still upbeat. We would like to have a stronger second quarter, but we know there's a lot of games left. Hopefully we can get back to how we started the game. That's all I got.
Kevin, back to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Nice energy you showed defensively. The steals kept coming. I want you guys to have that same nose for the ball in the second half. Don't be afraid to take a few.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Morris is checked in for the Pistons. Freak comes in for Reggie Jackson. Utah leading by 5. The forwards are Hayward and Favors. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Hood in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Out to the right wing. Here's Morris. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Kicks it to Gobert. There's a good screen. Gobert, the screen. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
On defense, the Pistons. Nato, defended by Brady. Here's Favors.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Freak kicks to Morris. That's good. Now just a 3-point Utah lead.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Dishes it to Favors. He kicks it to Hood. Favors with the screen. Feeds to Hayward. The 3. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Freak kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Freak. Harris trying to get free. The layup off target.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The pass to Hood. Gobert with a screen on Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Favors with a wide open look. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Favors has got 10 points in the game.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Now here's Freak. He's got 8. Pulls it up. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. Hayward's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nato, defended by Brady. Favors. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. And now it's a 10-point Jazz lead. The Pistons have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. It's stolen by Gobert. Nato, guarded by Brady. And Favors kicks to Hayward. And Utah again with the bucket. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Utah?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Morris. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. And taken away by Johnson. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it, and he gets the bucket. Meek's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
Shot from free throw range. Booker. Rebound by the Pistons. Morris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Freak kicks to Johnson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Favors, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
And the first one at the line is good. Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Jazz making a switch here. Withy's checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Brady passes to Johnson. Meeks dishes to Freak. And Meeks kicks to Freak. No good on the 3.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Mack the pass to Withy. Nice ball movement by Utah. And a foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. That one is no good.
Move it! Move it!
Pistons trail by 7. Freak dishes to Baines. To the left wing. Now, here's Meeks. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Johnson. That's good.
3.
Johnson's got 7 points.
They're not going to run that play very often. But, hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
Pass to Withy. He feeds it to Burks. From the top of the key, and that one's good. He has 7.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Freak kicks to Morris. To the paint. Here's Baines. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Mack. He's guarded by Meeks. Mack the pass to Withy. Utah needs to get off a shot here. No good from Booker.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Baines dishes to Freak. Morris kicks to Johnson. Brady passes to Morris. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Let's go. And it's Freak missing.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
They set the screen. There's the dish to Booker. And there's the feed to Burks. To the left wing. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Morris right side. Johnson dishes to Freak. Tries a 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Burks has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game. and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your jazz dancers.
Jackson is checked in for free. Utah with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead early. On the floor for Detroit, Braden in a 2-guard. Harris is out there with Johnson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Jackson in at the point. Hayward a screen on Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Nato. Oh, good with the triple. Pistons trail by 3. And stolen by Favors. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Pushing it up. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And they double up Jackson. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got 12 points in just the second half. Utah's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Passes it to Hood. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Favors with the screen. Hayward outside. Lets it go from 14. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Pistons trail by 4. There's the screen, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to avoid those kinds of turnovers.
Yeah, mistakes like that derail any team. Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backup. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job.
Teams deciding to change it up. Hayward with the ball. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Hayward's got 10 points in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Outside Jackson. Out left to the wing. Here's Baines. Tries again. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
Detroit making a switch here. Tolliver's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Jazz passing it around. Here's Burke. Here's Burks. Misses the 3.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jackson comes over with the double. Hayward outside. Here's Burke. Offensive rebound.
A 3-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw good.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Gordon Hayward. He really set the tone for them in the first half, and it seemed to just help carry the... And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
As I was saying, got a real big problem, all this kitty stuff. You evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your image is cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right, man.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature, all right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Ooh. Ouch.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. Recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? That Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make you flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing at your corny commercials, B.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now, I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
What up, CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we're doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf. Now, it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic, we all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about Team
what?
Freak?
A manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what you
say
know?
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap!
You gonna let her
Hey.
talk to me like that, really?
This
You need
is
to check
way
her
too
now.
cold in. I ain't even
check
talking
her
about
now.
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you whistling the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you
and
know I'll
don't
never
worry
leave our
about
parents
a
in projects.
thing, fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, Freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC, I know you don't like me. You never have. I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore? Look, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. But whatever it was, I can honestly say it was not intentional. All right? Hey, Freak. Think about what I said earlier, man. I ain't trying to catch no charge. Vet, you ready?
Let's bounce.
Cece. Okay, you know I love you more than life itself.
Then how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
Just trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us, doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that. Vic? Vic? You know he don't mind running these streets. He's my connection to things I don't want to deal with anymore, so I let him do him. I take care of him, and in return, he looks out for me in places you know you can't. And as much as you don't want to hear this, Yvette, she is the eye of the storm in my life right now. She is my only calm. She's my peace, my shelter. I use these people and they use me. I just don't call it that, Cece. I don't call what you do using me. I call what you do caring for me. Forgive yourself and forgive them for using the resources at their disposal to get what they need. And what you need to learn to do is just trust me. Okay, I've always had a good judge of character, even before I was born. Remember? Because I chose to come in this world with you. That's right. It was me and you in the womb just kicking it. Right? Right?
I was born first.
Yeah, you were. Swish.
Some people say you just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Yo, because people just don't know,
They
yo.
be hating?
They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our friendship. See, FOF, friend of freak. See, nobody got that like I do. And everybody else wants that. Who doesn't? But that's my boy. I'm in that spot. That is my lane, and everybody else just got to make way for that, you know?
That's him, but who are you?
Nah, man, I got my own life, you know? People think I'm just sitting back and riding on him, but that's not the case, yo. I got dreams. I got dreams, yo. See, my boy knows, right? There's two ways that I could do this. I could do it a legit way, or I could do it the crooked way. And I'm really, really, really trying not to do it the crooked way, but Freak can't help me do that.
He could put you on?
Maybe. You got to do what you got to do when you need to do it to get ahead. And that's what I do, and I'm just really good at it. What can I say? I get by, day by day, step by step.